Do you love bench pressing, but you just keep running into that sharp pinch in the front of your shoulder, or that ache that lingers long after your set? You're not alone. I'm here to tell you that bench press pain is one of the most common thing amongst lifters like yourself. But here's the truth. The bench press itself usually isn't the problem. The issue is instead how your shoulders are moving or not moving under the load. When the shoulder blades aren't stabilizing, when the front of the shoulder is overloaded, or your mobility is restricted, that's when that pain's gonna creep on in. The good news? You don't have to give up pressing altogether. With the right prep drills, you can restore mobility, gain some coordination and stability, and make your shoulders strong enough again to handle the lift and the load. Here are 3 key moves to fix bench press pain and bulletproof your shoulders. Exercise number 1 is banded wall slide with a foam roller. This move builds scapular upward rotation while also building up your core stability. 2 things you're gonna need every time you unrack the bar. Here's how. Set up a foam roller against the wall, forearms laid against the foam roller in a nice vertical position, forming an 11, and grab a light band and place it around the wrists. Slowly slide your arms upwards to the ceiling against the foam roller as you're pulling your wrists apart. Keep your ribs down and avoid shrugging your shoulders up towards your ear as you perform this. This teaches your scapula to move cleanly while keeping your shoulder joints in the right position. Do 2 sets here of around 8 to 10 repetitions, and do them slow, do them controlled. And lastly, think about reaching tall and try not to arch your back. Now, exercise number 2 is banded supported internal rotation. Most lifters focus fully on external rotation, but they forget internal rotation is just as important, especially at the bottom part of the bench. If your rotator cuff and your front stabilizers in the shoulder joint can't further stabilize, that's gonna kind of end up with you in more pain. Here's a setup. Anchor a light band around elbow height, lie on your side or support your arm, mainly the elbow, on the end of like a foam roller or the end of a bench where it's right at 90 degrees in alignment with your shoulder. Start with your hand out to the side and slowly rotate it downwards. And then you want to control the return to the start position, nice and slow. This is going to strengthen your internal rotators. And yes, these are bigger muscles than your external rotators, but that just because they're bigger doesn't mean that they're stronger all the time. Do 2 sets here of a little more repetitions than the previous exercise, so we'll do 10 to 12 reps. And remember, don't rush this one. Control is going to be more important than the load you use. Now, onto our final and third exercise, banded overhead pulses, one of my all-time favorites. This drill is going to activate 2 important and very weak muscles in most lifters with shoulder pain. Those muscles are your serratus anterior and your lower traps. Both of these muscles are going to stabilize the shoulder blades during any type of pressing movement, whether it's overhead or during a vertical or horizontal bench press. If these muscles don't fire together to help out the shoulder blades, you're going to overload the front of the joint, aka more pain is going to take over. So what you want to do is you want to grab one of those nice little circular bands, place it around your wrists, and stand up nice and tall with your head in alignment with your waist and your heels. Engage your abdominals, engage your glutes so your body can't shift back and forth. Now, what you want to do is you want to reach overhead with long arms towards the wall in front of you and towards the ceiling at the same time. And while you're doing these 2 things, you're going to pull your hands apart in a pulsing motion, almost like a heartbeat going back and forth. When you get to the top of your range of motion, try not to shrug your shoulders, slowly return back down to the bottom as you continue your pulsing motion. This is going to build up endurance of those 2 muscles we just talked about, as well as turn on more of the external rotators, which we haven't hit yet today. And here we want to do 2 sets of a little more repetitions, 15 to 20. And this one's so fantastic because you're going to feel this one around the sides of the shoulders, so on the kind of side delts as well as in the rear delts, and you may even feel the serratus anterior under the armpits turning on. So some final thoughts here just to summarize everything that we talked about. Bench press pain doesn't mean that you have to stop lifting completely. By improving scapular control, building shoulder rotation strength, and activating your stabilizers, you can protect both shoulders without having any more fear. So to recap, the 3 exercises we went over in detail are banded wall slide with the foam roller for better scapular control, banded supported internal rotation for stronger rotator cuff control, and finally, banded overhead pulses, stability for pressing. Do these drills before your bench sessions or on your recovery days, and you'll notice smoother reps, less pain, and more confidence under that bar. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let us know out of those 3 exercises, which one you really truly enjoyed the most. And if you want no more fluff, you want to figure out what's going on with your shoulder and find the root cause of the pain, and you're just sick of wasting time searching the internet, check out this video down below on our 3-step system to reduce your shoulder pain.